Good morning, students. Today our topic is HTML, and in HTML we are going to discuss about font and base font. So these are the two different tags found in HTML, and there is a little bit difference between these two. So in this lecture, our focus is to just know about font tag and its functionality, how font tags will work in HTML. So let's start. This is some few points about HTML fonts here. So first of all, let us know all these 4 points, 4 or 5 points. Basically, as the name suggests, font tags. So it will use for the font. If we want to change the color of the font, size of the font, or font face, then all these three can be possible using font tag. So font plays a very important role in making a website more user friendly and increasing content readability. Font face and color depends entirely on the computer and browser that is being used to view your page, but you can use HTML font tag to add style, size and color to the next to your website. And third point is you can use a base font tag to see all of your text to the same size, face and color. Next point, the font tag is having three attributes. Remember that it is most important. Three attributes: size, color and face to customize your fonts. And next, to change any of the font attribute at any time within your web page, simply use the font tag, and the next that follows will remain changed until you close within the font tag, and you can change one or all of the font attribute within one font tag. So there are certain and very important things regarding to font tag. First of all, it is a container tag. Second thing, it is used to basically, wait a minute, it is a container tag. And second thing, it has three attributes: font color, font size and font face. So if you want to change all of them within a single program or for particular paragraph, then we can also apply font tag for that purpose. So we can using font tag we are able to change the color of the paragraph or color of the content of the paragraph, or size, and we are also able to change their face. And it means, for example, mm, Times New Roman. If you don't define Times New Roman, then all the data will appear in Times New Roman. So these are the face values or the attribute values. So there are three different attribute values or the font face, and these are size, color and face. Size, color and face. And second important thing, there is another tag used for this purpose known as base font. But when we compare it with a font tag, then there are basically two differences in it. First is that most of the browser doesn't support base font tag, and second important point regarding to base font is that base font is an empty tag. So when we want to provide same setting for color, size and face, then a style, you can say that, then we use base font in that case. So this is the difference between font and base font. Now I think the concept is clear to all of you. So let us say it's a syntax, how we can apply font tag in our program. These are the different values, and for using font, if we want to change the font, then name of the tag is font tag, and only three attributes are there. Always remember that. Now you can easily say this is the syntax and some more important points regarding to this. Okay. Do not use HTML font tag as it is undeprecated in HTML5. So you can use CSS properties to change the font size, face, color, etc. So HTML5 doesn't support font tag. First of all, if you want to apply these all settings regarding to the font size, font face, font color, then you can use CSS cascading style sheet. Using cascading style sheet, it is possible to change the font color, size, and face. And second important thing regarding to this is the syntax. First of all, let us check the syntax again. Font tag, you can easily see that, and then size, then color, and then face. These are the three different attributes, and whatever we write within the open and close tag of font tag, that will be appear on the screen. And this is a container tag, of course, you can easily see that. So start and end tag, both start and tag are there, so it will use to define different font styles. So this is the use of a font tag. Always remember the syntax. You can use all the attributes at the same time, or if you don't want to use all of the attributes at the same time, just you can use any one of them, whether it is a size or color or a face value. So according to that, answer will be printed on screen. And the content, whatever the content is there, so these attributes and the font tag, effect of the font tag will be there on the content according to its attribute in terms of size, color, and face. Now let us talk about its attribute. First attribute is color, face, and size. These are the three different attributes here: color, face, and size. So we can give a color by its name, or we can define a color by giving its RGB value, means red, green, blue. There are three different parameters of RGB. First value regarding to the red color ratio, then second is green, and then third is blue. And you can also define the value of color in terms of hexadecimal notation. And the simplest thing is color, you can use directly the name of the color. So there are three different ways to define a color. So it is basically color attribute defines the specify the color of the content, and it is not supported in case of HTML5. Always remember that. If you want to apply these changes, then just use CSS cascading style sheet. And then second is face, and second is face. So face is basically nothing but only the font family. There are different fonts are there, different types of fonts are there, so you can pick any one of them as per your choice. And this specify the typeface of the content, that is why this is called the face value. And next is size. So size basically specifies the size of the content, whatever you want. And always remember that this is also not supported by HTML5, and face is also not supported in HTML5. So all these three attributes are not supported in HTML5. So if you want to apply these changes, so for that purpose you can use CSS cascading style sheets. But many so many number of times in examination it is asked that what is the difference between font and base font. So you must know the difference between font and base font, and how we can apply the concept of font and base font in our HTML program. So this is very important. So always remember that there are three attributes: color, face, and size. And always remember that color value can be given in three different ways: in the forms of RGB, means the ratio in terms of the red, green, and blue color. And then hexadecimal notation is always start with a hash sign, and 5-digit number are there. After that, this may be these numbers contain number from 0 to 9, and characters from A to E, A to F, A to F, because there are 16 characters and if you remember the name of the color, then it's very good for you. Just write the name of the attribute color, and then after that equal sign, and then just give the name of the color. So you can change the color name. So there are three different possibilities. So let us see it one by one. First of all, set font size. If you want to set the different font size, so let us check the font size first. Size attribute of the font. There is a small program here which actually implement the concept of font and attribute size. So if you want to change the attribute size, then it is possible using the size attribute with of font face of font tag. Okay, set font size. You can set content font size using size attribute. The range of the accepted values from 1 smallest to the 7. So we can give it from 1 to 7. Always remember that the default size of the font is 3. It is very important question, multiple choice question. That default size of font is 3, and minimum value is 1 and largest value is 3. So you can easily see that this is a small program here. Start from a doc type HTML, document type HTML, then HTML, and then head and title. These are the essential part of every program, and then body starts. Body contain the main part of the program here, and here these are the different statements given here. You can easily see that. Let us make it visible to all of you, clear, visible to all of you. You can easily see that what is going on here. Okay, now it's okay. So font size is equal to 1 in first case, then font size is equal to 2 in second case, font size is equal to 3 in third case, font size is equal to 4 in fourth case, font size is equal to 5 in fifth case, then 6, and then last is font size is equal to 7. And the content is font size is equal to 1, font size is equal to 2, font size is equal to 3. So that is the content of the font size. And we know that font is a container tag, so closing tag must be there, and there is a br statement also. Br means break line. So every time when font tag will be executed, there is a br tag, so line will be break in that case. So different lines will be printed in different statement will be printed in different lines here. So let us check that what is the output of this after the executing this program. BR, you can easily see that BR is basically a break used for break, so line break. So every time when we just write a BR tag, line will be break, and it is an open tag. Always remember that BR is an open tag. Okay, BR is an open tag. So when we execute this program, the output look like this. Font size equal to 1, font size equal to 2. You can easily see that size, there is a regular increment of the size. Font size 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can now easily see that. So always remember that the size, whatever you specify within your program, you must have the idea what size is there in a web page when you use font face. And there is another concept regarding to font size, that is relative font size. So you can also specify relative font size. Means when it can be compared to the other font size also, and you can specify how many size larger or how many size smaller than the present font size should be. You can specify it like a font size plus n or font size minus n. So you can reduce or increase the value of the font size which is already present. That is called the relative font size. So concept of relative font size is also there, and there is a small program which shows the functionality of relative font size here. So let us discuss it. can easily see that. Document type HTML, head, body, title, these are all are the essential part of a program, and our focus is to read the content within the body tag here. You can easily see that font size is equal to -1, then +1, then +2, then +3, and +4. So there are different types of font is there, relative font is there. You can easily see that font size is equal to -1 in first case, then font size is equal to +1 in second case, then +2 in third case, then +3, then +4. So different size of font size are there. So just try to execute this program and let's see what is the output after execution of this program. So this is the output after execution of this program. You can easily see that output is okay. Font size is equal to -1, font size is equal to +1, font size is equal to +2, font size is equal to +3, and font size is equal to +4. So that is the output of this program. So there are two options with the font size. You can directly give in the font size, or you can give relative font size also. Our next topic is our next attribute is setting font face. Different styles of fonts are here. You can set font face using the face attribute, but be aware that if a user viewing the page does not have the font installed, they will not be able to see it. Instead, user will see the default font face applicable to the user's computer. So this is very important point. And there is a small program here which show the different font face values here. In first case, you can easily see that. Okay, you can easily see that font face value is times New Roman and size is equal to 5. In second case, font face value is Vardhana, size equal to 5 is given, also given. This is another attribute which already discussed. Then third case, font face value is given as Comic Sans MS, and next is Wild West. Next font face is Wild West, and next is Bedrock. So these are the different font face values, and it is also possible that in your computer these font are not installed, then computer just show you the default font values. So it is not compulsory that if you write these font in your program, font face value in a program, and this is not installed in a computer system, then the output is not according to your expectation. It is all depends on our computer setting, or we can say that if you install these fonts in your computer, then they can visible, otherwise they are not visible to you, and just computer show you the default font face values. So you can easily see that these are the different font face values. So you can apply all of them or one of them. It's totally depend on you. Times New Roman, Vardhana, Comic Sans MS, Wild West, Bedrock, these are the all different font face values. And size is also given. You can specify the size of font face value here, and this is another attribute already discussed, so no need to discuss it again. You can apply more than one attribute at the same time, and you can apply only single attribute. It's totally depend on you. So let us check it. The output look like this when you try to execute. Always remember that HTML5 does not support font face or attributes of the font face. So different types of fonts which are visible here, and if someone is not installed in a computer, then there is a default font appear on a screen. Always remember that. It doesn't mean that program is wrong or there is a wrong concept implementation. No, it is not so. If there is a if there is a font mentioned in a program and which is not installed in a computer system or not part of a computer system, then this will not appear on a screen, and default font size will be there. Then specify alternate font face. Next question is regarding to alternate font face. Then there is a solution of this problem, and the solution is alternate font face. What is the concept of alternate font face? Let us discuss it. A visitor will only be able to see your font if they have that font installed in their on their computer. So it is possible to specify two or more font face alternatives by listing the font face names separated by a comma. Okay, so you can specify more than two font face value at a time. For example, font face is equal to Arial, and you can see that second is Helvetica. Then second example, font face is Lucida Calligraphy and Comic Sans MS and Lucida Console. So if there is a possibility, and most of the time it is found that this type of font are not installed in our computer systems. So you just want to show another font. In that case, then you can specify you specify it by and in your program and separate it just by a comma sign. So when your page is loaded, the browser will display the first font face available. If if none of the given font are installed, then it will display the default font face, and default font face is Times New Roman. Always remember that. This is the default font face. Times New Roman is the default font face. So there is also a possibility that you can specify more than two font face values or more than two font face values, and none of them are part of your computer system or not installed in a computer system. Then default font value will be printed, and default is Times New Roman. So that is another important thing. So basic conclusion is that if you want to show your font, then you can separate it. Well, then you can mention more than one font face value. If there is a possibility that first font is not installed in a computer system, then second font will be output will be according to the second font face value. And if its second is not installed, then output is according to the third font face value. If none of them are installed in a computer, then by default Times New Roman will be there. So that is the concept behind it. Now our next topic is setting font color. You can also set different font color values, and as we know that there are three ways to define font color values: using RGB values, using hexadecimal representation, and third is directly using color name. You can easily see that the example of font face values here. You can also apply in your program. So setting font face font color value here. So using RGB, there are three different values from 0 to 255 passed within the RGB function. So just write RGB, and then within the parenthesis just give the value from 0 to 255 of all of red, for red, green and blue. And second option is just to give the name. It is very simple. And third is using hexadecimal representation. 6 digits are there, and numbers start from hash, and numbers are from 0 to 9, and letters from A to F. So this is a small program here to represent and to setting font color. And let us see it, what happens in this program. Okay, now setting font color. You can set any font color you like using color attribute. You can specify the color that you want to, either the color name or hexadecimal code for that color. You can also use the RGB representation. So small program is here. Doc type HTML means document type, and then HTML, then head title of the web page is setting font color, and then body of the loop start here. You can easily see that, and then it contain a tag font a tag name font is there, and attribute is color. And first we can see that there is a hexadecimal representation of a color, just as a hash FF00FF. So as we know that we can use any number from 0 to 9, and letter from A to F. This will give you a color name, will give you a certain color. And actually this is the code of pink color. And then color attribute is used again in second font phase, but this time we just directly use the name of the color. So color red. You can also use RGB attribute, and just give the value of RGB within the parenthesis from 0 to 255. So that will also give you a color. So two different types of values are here, using hexadecimal representation and using direct color name. So these are the different. Most of the time if we want to specify a particular color in our web page, then we use hexadecimal notation or RGB. And if we don't use this type of representation, and we just want to a simple color name, then there are then we can just specify that name of the color, and according to that our web page will be our web page contain that color. So this is a small program to set the different font color values. So now let us see the output of this program. What is the output of this program? Now this is the output of the program. The text is pink and this text is red. Okay, that is the output of this program. Now in this lecture we already discussed the different font tag attribute and font tag. In our next lecture we will discuss about base font tag, and we compare base font with font tag and check what is the difference between the font tag and base font tag practically. But always remember that HTML5 there is no role of font and base font tag here, especially base font tag. For this purpose you can use CSS cascading style sheets. So I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching this video.